people in the area where I grew up, because most of my friends were either grown and moved off or grown and working all the time, no time to hang out, do fun stuff. I was looking for some new acquaintances in the area, and I actually wound up catching up with an old acquaintance that was significantly younger than me in the past, and we wound up dating for a bit and experimenting with the stream and learning all about it. I spent 8 months playing with the stream, exploring, being in the undercurrent. I didn't have a VIP. I didn't have a ring. I wasn't dropping anything more than video roses. And that was just kind of how I moved in the background to decide what what was going to be the incentive for me to invest time, energy, emotion, and everything on this app.
So we could say you're an OG, you way back, I started on the Meet Me side of the store and eventually came over to the POF, slightly different experience for me. But were you always then on POF?
I was always on POF. Yep. I do have accounts on the other platforms because I think it's valuable to be able to share with people, hey, this is how you do this on this app. This is how you do this on that app.
Right. And if you want to communicate with someone, you kind of have to, if you're not on POF and I'm on POF, we can't communicate. Maybe one day they can look into that. I don't know. But I know if you're on Meet Me, you can communicate with Meet Me and Scout, and I'm not
Definitely.
sure which ones they can't communicate with, but
Another factor too is that when you send a blast, if you're on POF, I send a blast, it only goes out to my POF followers. But if I can get followers on my Meet Me platform, then that Meet Me account can send a blast for me as well. And I don't know if people know that you guys can send blasts when you're not streaming.
yes, absolutely. Once an hour.
Yep, once an
Uh,
hour
and
still.
yeah. So speaking of which, I got to put a blast here. A good man to remind me. Quotes of
There you
Reddington.
go. There you go. Get in there.
Yep. I was waiting. I did it at 6 o'clock, and I was waiting, to do it at 7. And so, Masterpiece, you made it to a top badge, boss badge at least once.
Mhm.
Um, and how long you been a top badge?
I've been a top badge for 1 month.
Oh,
I got my top badge on the 13th of October, Friday the 13th.
oh my gosh, nice.
Yep. And I was a boss badge last year. I was a boss badge in, I believe it was April, May, and June, or March, April, and May. I can't recall exactly which. And one thing that many people discover if they do get as far as getting a boss badge is it brings a whole different level of attention. And from the middle of the second month I had boss to the end of the third month I had boss, my boss badge was off 100% of the time. I did not turn it on for anything.
Any preferences? Is it because people would expected you to drop?
It was kind of to thin the herd of all the clout chasers that came to follow me and join
Oh,
me and talk to me in the first month that I had the boss badge. I kind of picked up a whole bunch of followers, and then when I hid the badge, then they went ahead and fell off if they weren't genuine supporters.
well, Masterpiece, we got a good idea of who you are. You have some material prepared for us.
I do, and I can be flexible to share as much or as little of this with you as is
I
appropriate.
I would tell you, we ran a little. We didn't start right away. We're doing an hour regardless, one way or another.
Okay.
And hey, please, everyone, pay attention to the quotes and try to stick around if you can. One way, shape, or form. That way, you can know if you're the winner. And it's audience participation. Top gifter of the stream gets the cash 2 votes. So, with that being said, sir, I'm going to mute myself as you go ahead and give us some quotes. Self-made poem story. I mean, Jolie
All,
over Jolly
all
over here had
self-made, and give me
some
a sign
the
if I need to
quotes.
slow it down and bring it to a close.
All right, you got it, my man. Go ahead.
All right, so I'm going to share with you some quotes that I've actually copyrighted to use for promotion, self-promotion, and on the platform. Some of you may have seen some of these if you've received business cards from me at any of these events. The one that's on my bio is, as my network grows, so grows my net worth. And that one means a lot to me because it's not about hoarding money to me. It's about collecting relationships, collecting friends and acquaintances and associates and business networking partners. Those are invaluable. Those are worth more than money will ever be worth to me. And for those of you that have seen my journey on the app, you know that I'm level 93. I obviously have been throwing my weight around out here, and a lot of people would say, oh, you know, you didn't really, nobody came back and reciprocated. You should be higher. You should have more diamonds, whatever. It's not about that. It's about the relationships that I've gotten out of this. Those are priceless, and they will continue to be. That's how I feel that my net worth grows. The next one I wanted to share with you is one that only went on cards that went to admins. So you guys probably haven't seen this one. It goes, don't just tell us your dream, achieve and show your stream. And what that means to me is we can be all talk. We can talk about our dreams and our hopes and our wishes and stuff, but the less we talk and the more we do, that's what people see. That's what has a positive impact on others. I can talk all I want about my dreams and my hopes and what I want to accomplish, but it's better for me to just give hints here and there and then accomplish it and show everybody or do it on the stream. I have one last one for you that's nice and quick. And this one is one that's going to be on shirts eventually when I have merch. It may go on some other materials as well. And that is, teamwork makes the stream work. There are so many ways to support a streamer. Teamwork makes the stream work. If we all work together, we all grow. People can support my stream, for example, by promoting it elsewhere, by changing their names or adding my emojis or adding my family name. They can come into my stream and run up the comments and remind people to hit the star and favorite. They can come and run up hearts. They can pull up for events like this and support. We can give gifts. We can level up. We can give each other advice and support for when we're dealing with difficult things in our lives or in our streams. And so for me, it's all about the teamwork for us all to grow together.
And now let me go ahead and make that small again because it makes it easier for me to be able to see myself there. You know, those are some wonderful quotes. And like I said, you know, guys, stick around in the comments because, you know, we like to crown bragging rights for a winner here. Can you give us the quick rundown of the 3 quotes one last time? Make it quick if you can. That way we can really hear those words.
As my network grows, so grows my net worth. Don't just tell us your dream, achieve and show your stream. And teamwork makes the stream work.
Those were fantastic, you know, and thank you for your time. And, you know, I got to meet this guy, you know, we had a good conversation. We had good conversations afterwards. How's that? You know, we've had good conversations afterwards.
Definitely.
And, you know, he's a great guy. You know, I got to meet him and, you know, he even got me food and whew, I was starving. You know, that whiteout dance party hit us all.
That part.
You know, hey, Masterpiece, thank you for your time and thank you for playing in the Quotes with Reddington. And I hope maybe the odds be forever in your favor. You know how that like goes. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Reddington.
All right. We need our next quoter. For those that are getting here, this is Quotes with Reddington. Please, if you're here, new here, hit the star next to my name. This segment is, you know, it's about an hour-long segment if we can. Quotes with Reddington. We have a lineup of contestants. I read from a script as best as I can, and we try to stay on the time schedule. You know, So, with that being said, I know who our next quoter is. She's been a contestant before. She's itching to make a return and take that crown. If we can please get Vampy. Can we get Vampy in Masterpiece? I'm a guy that allows people to vote for themselves. Yes, I do. If you want to vote for yourself, but if you also want to cast the vote, I will, it's up to you. I accept bribes. If we can have Vampy request a box,
Hi.
Vampy is back and I want to say you've made a presence before, and I appreciate you making a return.
Of
You
course,
know,
glad to be here.
oh my gosh, and you're a great person. I've got to have some great conversations with you, on and off the stream. Somehow or another, the odds of us both having Chinese buffet at the same time, just in different states, was uncanny. I was like, wait, are you like here in the restaurant with me or something? What are you saying? You know?
It was wild. I was like, I was so shocked just to find out that you was also at New China's buffet too. At the same time, I was like, what?
Well, it's a buffet style, all you can eat. And this guy here, despite his size, can eat. I mean, you have no idea, you know? Well, Vampy, how is, your streaming going? Give us a rundown once again of who you are. Let's go in order here. Who are you? What brought you to the app? And ultimately, you got some shows and Masterpiece. I apologize for not mentioning what shows you have coming up. Maybe you have some items too, and feel free to drop it in the comments. My apologies for getting that. Vampy,
Mhm.
go ahead. Give us a rundown. I'll mute myself for a little bit so you don't have any interruptions.
Hey, well, my name is Vampy. I've been on the app since 2016. When I first started, the app was just on chat only. In 2017, the live feature was announced onto Meet Me. Um, I pretty much didn't do live streaming back then because I pretty much just stayed in the comments and watched people do their lives. I'm also an admin for a few shows on the app as well. I have a like a list for the sake of the show. We're not gonna go through everyone, but also I'm new host myself for my own show. It's called Vampire Musical Madness every Tuesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern. That is my show that I host every Tuesday. If y'all want to come by and check it out, it's more welcome to. Also have an auction day in November 12th. I forgot the time, but if y'all ready for me jumping in quotes, I will get into that. I did copyright these quotes. So the first quote is from the wife of the 26th president.
Oh, I don't want to interrupt you. They asked you, what was your show again, if you would be so
Oh,
kind.
Vampy's Musical Madness is
And
my
I'm
show.
letting Vampy do her thing because this is not her first time being here. All right. So like she knows what to do, and this is why I get to mute myself.
All right. So, like I said, I covered the quotes. So the first one is from the wife of the 26th president. So here's the quote, how the quote goes. When you give joy to the other people, you get joy in return. You should give a good thought to happiness that you can give out. This is by Eleanor Roosevelt. All right. So here we're going to my second quote. So the same quote came from this author who wrote The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. He said, "Stay away from those people who try to disparage your ambitions. Small minds will always do that, but great minds will give you a feeling that can become great to you." This is by Mark Twain. And then my last and final quote is from, I would say it's a show person. And I'm gonna give you a little hint. It goes, "Won't you be my neighbor?" So his quote says, "There are three ways to eliminate ultimate success. First way is to be kind. The second way is to be kind, and third way is to be kind." And that is from Mr. Rogers.
Oh my gosh. You got to appreciate the Mr. Rogers quote.
Of course.
Wait a second. Vampy, we need some clarification. Uh, Are you old enough to know the show, Mr. Rogers? I mean, I we need a little clarifications here.
It
You
was when
know.
I was growing up. It was still coming on TV, so I remember watching it on PBS Kids. They always had Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, Thomas the Train, Sesame Street, all that. So
Oh my gosh, Thomas the Train. I remember the kids used to call me Thomas the Train or Thomas English Muffins. And I was like, at the time, I was like, don't be picking on me, but hey, those are still cool names nowadays. You know what I mean? You know what's up with that. But so yeah, this is not your first time being here. This is why I got to kind of mute myself a little bit. And so what do you think of your odds this week? Are you gonna take home that crown? Is
hopefully,
this going to be the week?
hopefully, kept
You
you that
know?
crown on the show.
Hey, one day you have to get me on your show too, since I'll be
Oh
off
yeah,
still a couple more weeks here.
yeah.
And and this time I'm all dressed up. See, King and I are out of sync. He's not dressed up, but I'm dressed up. Vampy, quick rundown with those quotes one more time so everyone could hear.
All right. Okay, let's start from the top. When you give joy to other people, you get joy in return. You should give a good thought to happiness that you can give out. Second quote. Stay away from those people who try to disparage your ambitions. Small minds will always do that, but great minds will give you a feeling that can become great to you. And then the last quote, there are three ways to ultimate success. The first way is to be kind, the second way is to be kind, and the third way is to be kind.
That was fantastic. That was fantastic. And wait, where was the Mister Rogers quote in there?
That's
Did
the last one I said. Just to be
Yeah,
nice.
yeah, yeah. Don't forget that one because that one's important. I was like, oh my gosh, won't you be my neighbor? Well, Vampy, it was always a pleasure having you, and we look forward to seeing if maybe you get to crown yourself as champion this week. I do accept bribes, money talks, and you can vote for yourself on my show. I don't care what anyone else says. I've been on shows where I was the top gifter and one of the talents, and they said, "Oh, you can't vote for yourself," and I'm like, "What's the point of that being the top gifter then?"
That's
They're
right.
like, come on. But we've had people be the top gifter and they gave the vote to someone else. So I take bribes. Okay. Vampy, it was always a pleasure. Thank you so much for being here. And up next, if we could have I'm going to bribe. So Vampy wins. Whoa. Okay, okay, okay. Wow. Okay. Up next, we have our third contestant. We have Fairy Godmother. If you could please buzz the box. I also got to meet her at Live Fest. I might have gotten poked in the eye by a wing, and yeah, I might have, but
Are you
no
me
serious injury.
salt?
You know,
These
uh,
wings right here, actually.
no serious injuries took place. But Fairy Godmother, did anyone else sustain a poke with the wings, or was I just the
Not to
only?
my knowledge, no.
So I was just the lucky person.
You were the unlucky one. Yeah, I still don't have a voice back from Live Fest because I talked so much. So excuse my voice tonight. It's a bit growly.
Whoa! See, wait, you did a lot of talking. I did a lot of drinking.
I
So
don't drink. I don't drink alcohol. So, I'm sober enough to go around and I wore this costume, so everybody knows, to Live Fest. Otherwise, they would have just thought I was some old lady crashing a really good party. And yeah, I'm in character. To me, this is my character. And it gives me the confidence to just barge into anybody and, hi, I'm Fairy Godmother. Like, how do you like me so far?
it is funny that you mentioned the crash in the party. I was swimming, and I got the conversation with a guy that now lived in SoCal, and he was like, "Hey man, you think I can sneak in?" And I was like, "I don't think it's gonna happen." And I was like, "They got security and everything, so I mean, like, you can. I wouldn't recommend it. They will escort you out." I was like, "But you know, if you feeling brave, I guess you can try." I mean, there was people there that didn't have a ticket to Live Fest that still like hung out in the lobby.
Yeah.
Um, and they were offering some. There was like 25 online tickets to the event, for Saturday that you could acquire. That it was more. I will promise you that, but they were
Well,
offering tickets to
I
those
would
that.
say if anyone ever gets offered a chance to go to an event like Live Fest, go. But don't stick your nose in your live stream all the time. Network. That's what you're there to do. Network, network, network.
I myself did minimum amount of streaming.
Me
I
too.
I was either that group shirt that I got. I'd be more than happy to show that thing. Um, I have had some offers on the group shirt that
Is
I
that
have.
right?
Yeah, I got two of them, and
Wow.
since I wore one, and then I had another one that everyone signed at the same
Okay, I'm
time.
going to trademark my name real quick.
There you go. Um, so, needless to say, this is Quotes with Reddington, and we have our third contestant here, Fairy Godmother. Now, Godmother, we got to have a little bit of a battle beforehand, so you get the gist. I don't need to probably walk you through it, or you want me to walk you through it. I'll give you a choice.
No, you just want me to tell about my stream or
Yeah,
how I
you
got
go
here?
ahead. You
How
give
I
us,
got here?
yeah, you
Well,
give us the lowdown to
I
who
am
you
a
are, and
64-year-old
yeah, go
grandmother,
ahead.
mother and grandmother. And June of last year, I broke my back horseback riding, and I couldn't go anywhere for a month and a half. No, sorry, 2 months. And I was on the POF dating site because I'm single, and I just jumped in the live stream and started boxing up. And I've done stand up, I've done theater for 30 years. So that's where I have a degree in fashion design. I've done costuming for theater. So that's how this got created. But because I'm older, all the streamers were calling, and the people in the comments were calling me Godmother. And then so when I decided to stream, I don't know where Fairy came from, but probably I wanted to wear a tiara. That sort started. And I do have a featured show, and it's 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Sunday mornings, and it's so much fun. You should watch it, and then everyone is welcome to come on. It's a lot of fun. But
And I would say I would like to be a contestant when they said
oh, I
I'm
know
offering
you're
3
on
more
the
weeks.
list. Trust me, we're
Yeah,
booking December now.
nice, nice. Not
Yeah,
never meet myself again
and I
here.
got tons of people from Live Fest for the show, so that was one of my goals. And also so people could meet me in person, because I'm a little bit different when I'm not Fairy Godmother here. To me, I'm doing a lot of improv. But if you want my quotes, uh, there are to do with the app and what I learned about streaming. Obviously, I face ageism when I do verses, but and I've tried to say this to trolls too, and to everybody: do not judge people until you know their story. And it's kind of like the old "don't judge a book by its cover." However, there's people on here that have a story. There's a reason why they're here. And I actually am bipolar, so I suffer with a mental illness that I work really hard to deal with so that I can, live a happy and normal life, which I do. But so I'm very cognitive of that. And I was terrified of verses until I remembered an old quote that says, "Sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will never hurt me." And once I did that, verses didn't scare me anymore, because I just felt like they're just words. He's some guy behind a camera, because the jerks always hide behind the black screen. right? And I've learned little tricks to do to them. You know, I play Thunderstruck full blast and play the drums with my knitting needles because I can't play the drums. So those are two. Don't judge a book, or don't judge someone until you know their story. Sticks and stones will break my bones, but names will never hurt me. And the last one is, we've all had drama. Let it go. Let it go from Frozen. Play that song whenever someone is shit on you and you think that, you know, you're getting sucked in this drama. Play Let It Go and sing it at the top of your lungs and leave it behind. Don't drag drama around with you, and don't drag anybody else's drama with you. Let it go. And there you have it. The wisdom from Fairy Godmother.
The wisdom for fairy godmother. You know, obviously, your story of the bipolar, intrigues me. You know, I would. Well, I've never been tested, and I kind of don't want to be either. But I am a Gemini. You know
You
what
can't
comes
be
with it.
tested. I'm Gemini too, Reddington.
Oh my gosh! So you know what it's like. You know what I mean? I know you. No,
I have a lot of people up here.
I would like to say the same.
And I've spent years in psychotherapy.
I've always told people when
Sorry,
they've asked me,
you're lagging or I'm lagging.
Oh, it might be me. People have asked me like, "Are you really bipolar?" And I was like, "It makes me a really good actor. How's that? I watch a movie and I can duplicate it." You know, the movie Split was
theater, right? Creative, very creative people. Yeah.
You know, that's that to me. I was like, if he can do it, then I know I can do it. And it's just one of those deals that I think as a Gemini, it just comes natural for us. We're the most dangerous sign, and there is a lot of people that don't mess with Geminis just because of that reason.
And we know when people are lying. So don't try and lie to a Gemini.
I would say I can do better with noticing a lie when it doesn't actually involve me. Like if I'm the outsider looking at the story, I can easily identify it. But if someone's lying to me that I actually know, it might take me a little bit to pick it up, but eventually their true colors will always show.
Yeah, definitely.
And, it's you can't really beat a Gemini, and don't try.
And it was great to meet you at Live Fest, and I also met Masterpiece. He held my phone while I danced, and of course I spent a fair amount of time with Marty because he's came over to the house, and so I'm interested to hear his quotes too. So thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
Was Groovy? Did you get to meet Groovy at the?
Yes, I did get to meet Groovy, and I met her son. I went over in my fairy godmother costume and said, "Do you still believe in fairy godmothers?" And he looked at me kind of like he wanted to say he should say no, but he didn't want to hurt my feelings. I said, "It's okay if you don't." Yeah, it was great to meet you, Groovy, too. She's exactly like she is.
Oh yeah, I got to meet with Groovy, Sabrina, Marty, Emoji J, NorCal, Artman.
They were all at my house.
Oh, that was your house.
Well, NorCal's house. NorCal rented it. We stayed there. Sorry. And DJ Boy, Idol was there. Shogun Joe.
Shotgun Joe.
Well, he goes by Shogun now. King Goober was there. Matthew was there.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun at that house. And Groovy, when I have two hands, I'm going to dethrone you.
You were at the house, Groovy? I must have been asleep. Somebody should have woken me up.
Well, she was there Thursday at least. I don't know.
Oh, no, I didn't get there till Friday.
Shotgun.
I kept calling him Shotgun Joe. And man, that guy can snore. Well, he was outside sleeping. And NorCal and I are in a wing down the hall. I thought it was her. And the doors were closed outside and everything. Oh, it was so funny.
He's exposed. Oh no!
Sorry,
Someone reach out to him until he
exposed.
defends himself.
I know
Right?
my friend Diddy's going, oh God, she's doing it again.
You know, that's where you take a sock and you.
Yeah, that doesn't work. No
Oh,
boundaries. Who cares when you're 64? What are they going to do to
oh,
me?
wait a second. What about you get the what is it? The cold or is it a warm pan full of water and you put their hands in it? You know what I'm saying? You ever heard that? I don't know if it works, but that's what I always get told.
I wish I thought of that. But I was asleep. I just thought it was NorCal snoring.
I don't know if it's a true thing or not, but thank you, fairy godmother.
Thank
You know,
you.
you had some great quotes. You want to give those 3 quotes one again so we can, that way everyone in here
Sure.
that might have just got here and
Okay, so don't judge someone until you know their story. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will never hurt me, for verses. And let it go. All of it, the drama, the shit people dump on you. Let it go. I'm sorry. I'm not supposed to swear. Sorry. Let it go. Thank you, Reddington. And again, it was lovely to meet you and everybody
yes,
else.
it was such an honor to have you here, on the show. You took time out of everyone's taking time out of their busy streaming schedules. And look, you got to understand, I'm a guy that slaps it together at the end. I was like, I was like, Jay was like, let's just shoot for next week. And I was like, no, 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 no. I'm determined to make it happen this Friday. And I was like, listen, I got this, well, and then
Hey,
next
we all do it, right? We all done it with our featured shows.
So, I'm hoping to get this thing featured. I did get to talk to, Zach and
It'd be
Chris.
great. I think it's
You
great.
know,
Oh, thank you, Groovy.
Well,
Thank you so
we were
much.
talking, and then well, I got misplaced in a folder, and I was like, oh my gosh, is that what happened? Because I was like, well, I haven't heard from you, but it's all good. We got it squared away, and they said, hey, we're interested. So, fairy godmother, thank you for your time, and please try to
Thank
stick around so we can crown, see if you're the winner of this thing. You know what I mean? See what happens. Hey, let's get in there. Okay.
Okay,
Thank you, fairy
thank you,
godmother.
Groovy. Bye,
Thank you,
everyone.
Groovy. Thank you, everyone that's here. Hey, that's her MO. You got to understand that she's fairy godmother, and she's going to be dressed up as fairy godmother. So those that are new here, this is Quotes with Reddington. You want to be a part of the show at some point in time? Reach out to me, more specifically my admin emoji J, if he's in the comments. But I have a little more time on my hands. I kind of have a yeah. Oh, feel free. That's needs to say it's but go ahead. Look, top gifter of this stream gets the cast 2 votes. For the winner. We're going ahead and kind of have a winner in the comments. We're going to have popular demand, popular vote, and try to bring back all the people, one at a time or group box. I wish we can actually have a total of 6 people in the box since we have 5 contestants. So we'll do our best to do a rotation and, So if I can have my next quoter, OG, a fellow Gemini. A fellow Gemini. Oh my gosh. We have Geminis representing fairy godmother, a Gemini. I'm a Gemini. And OG is a Gemini. Oh my gosh. Geminis are representing. Whew.
Can you even see me?
I see you, perfectly fine. I see you just fine. You look beautiful. I know you just had your hair dyed,
It was a disaster. My hair turned orange. It took like 5 hours. It was crazy.
Oh.
But I'm here, barely. I'm here though.
Well, now it looks so. It took a little bit of time to get it squared away, but the hair is now looking like dynamite, right? Can you give us a little flow with the hair? Give it a
Yeah,
little.
if you like curled it, like.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. That's what's up. All
But,
right. I mean, that some of the men here it might be interested already. But So, okay, OG, you know how this goes a little bit. This is your first. You're not much of actually a streamer. You're more about a person that hangs out in the comments and shows support and loyalty.
I'm a
When
boxer.
blessed.
I'm a boxer. I get in the
And I've had many conversations with OG on streaming on the phone. Yeah, she's chill. She understands the madness that goes inside a Gemini's head. She has sometimes played my shrink.
True. Yeah. So you tell me when you want to do the quotes, though. Are you going to ask me about myself? I don't really. Yeah.
We'll do this together for you.
Okay.
So how long you been on the app?
This time, just probably like you were there the very first time when I came right back. So I don't know.
Well, tell us about your first experience on the app. How's that?
Huh?
Tell us about when you first joined the app.
That was like 3 years ago, and I was a streamer, and then I got in a relationship, so I deleted my profile, and then I'm not in that relationship anymore. And I'm back, but I don't really come here for a person or a relationship, but just to stream because that's what I like. That I just respectfully don't do it while I have a boyfriend.
And that's always one of those more dilemmas on here. But, if you are a streamer, sometimes that's a bonus. Hey, sorry, I got distracted by the flashy lights and the wheels. Streaming and dating, a very difficult sometimes balance, and it's one of those deals that it's a very difficult balance. I wish we're digital bartenders. When we're streaming, we're basically digital bartenders, and some people have a problem with that. You know how that goes. I think everyone that's a streamer here, some of them are in relationships, some of them aren't. But that balance between, streaming and digital bartender and dating, I mean, let's be real. It's in our best interest not to tell anyone that we're dating someone on the app or, it's complicated. You know how that goes. So your first experience was about 3 years ago, and then you came back after, a small break, and, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm back, and here I am right now.
And are we able to disclose that you found love yet again, but he's not local?
Yeah, he's just not local. So I'm trying to leave.
I hope it is, I
right.
hope.
Of course, me too. Me too.
Because it's a heck of a move. It's a heck of a move. Who's going to be my shrink? Who's going to be my shrink? Who's going to be my late night conversations? Oh my gosh. So you joined originally for what? Dating, I imagine, and
no.
Or just conversation.
Oh, originally, I guess just to see like what was going on here, like see kind of for dating. I wasn't like particularly like, I wasn't like desperate to date. I just was like, well, let me just see what this is about. And so I did that. But then about 2-3 days in, I went to the live button and saw someone streaming, and they were super cool. It was a chick. She's still on here. I got to go see her because since I've been back, I haven't. But yeah, she was like, oh, you can do this too. Like me and a guy were in there. She's like, you can do this too. It's so fun. You can just do this. And me and him were like, yeah, we're going to do this. So we started doing it. It was so fun. I had like a following like everybody else has. I clicked the button and there's like, instantly 30 people right there that I see like every day. It was pretty cool. But
that's fantastic. So now, I mean, you're not much of you're more of like a boxer these days, and would you be interested in doing more shows that if you got invited?
Like this?
Yeah.
I mean, I would if as long as I can, but
well, I mean, I know there's a couple people here in the comments that have shows. I know we're always looking for, a lot of times, sometimes people fall out, last second fall out, and someone up deck comes up, and there's always an opportunity. So if you, you could be available if somebody reached out to you. Is that what is
I'm
that what
always
you're
here
hearing?
to help. So if I can, I help anyone always. So
Perfect. Well, you have some material prepared for us?
yeah, I got some quotes here. So the first one I have is every saint has a past and every sinner has a future. And that's
I'll
Oscar
mute
Wilde.
myself and give you the bigger box. So go
Oh.
ahead and feel free to drop your quotes so everyone hears you loud and
Can you
clear.
tell all of them? Just like, okay. Okay, so my first quote is every saint has a past and every sinner has a future. And that's Oscar Wilde. And do I talk about this quote now or do I just go to the next one? I mean, there's not a lot to say about it. It's pretty self-explanatory, but I thought it was super dope and super deep because it's facts, and I just like the way he said it. So it's true. All of us have a past, no matter how. It didn't have to be the worst ever, but we all have something, and it might be a good past. Who knows? But in every one that messes up, you can't keep. The stain doesn't have to last forever. You can change your life. Every day is another chance. So that's that quote. And I have humility. Thank you. Not my words, but thank you. Humility is not thinking less of yourself. It's thinking of yourself less. That's C.S. Lewis. So humility is not thinking less of yourself. It's thinking of yourself less. I think that's dope too, because humility is like everything, that and respect. Then I have, this one, you guys listen to this one. Time is a created thing. To say I don't have time is like saying I don't want to. And that's Lao Tzu, I guess you say it, the guy that wrote The Art of War. The same guy. I don't know how you pronounce it, but I'll say it again. Time is a created thing. Like time is a man-made, like a made-up thing. Time is a created thing. To say I don't have time is like saying I don't want to. Well, it's Lao though, L-A-O, and then same. The last name is that's the one that did Art of War. I'm so sorry. They're just so close. It's like this. Yeah, that's my bad. So this is they're just so close. This is my bad. But let's see. Yeah, can I just do 3 or do I have to do more?
If you got a couple more, go ahead. Feel free.
Well, I have one more in the
Go ahead. Please read it. This
one is Confucius. It's life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated. Because like I totally agree in that. Most things are so easy. People mess everything up. So like I literally live like that. Like all of these things, like I live like, that's why I guess I chose them, because I'm a very simple person. Like I'm so easy, so simple, so laid back and easygoing. Like I don't have all the problems the rest of the world. I live in this little bubble. Thank you. So as long as it's not affecting this little bubble, like I'm very unbothered. So that's just a little bit about me for those that don't know me. But yeah, life is really simple. We insist on making it complicated. Confucius.
And those are beautiful quotes. We're going to give them quick 4 rundowns one more time and just get right to it.
Yeah, I'll just read them. Okay. So every saint has a past and every sinner has a future. That's Oscar Wilde. Humility is not thinking less of yourself. It's thinking of yourself less. That one's C.S. Lewis. Time is a created thing. To say I don't have time is like saying I don't want to. And that's, we're going to say Lao Tzu. And life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated. And that's Confucius.
Those were fantastic quotes. That you know,
Didn't he write? Wait, didn't he write the Alice in Wonderland? I think maybe I might be way wrong. You see, I was wrong on the last guy. So
I know
um,
that the name C.S. Lewis, The Lion, the
oh,
Witch, and the
Lion Witch in the
Wolf. I was
Wardrobe.
gonna say I knew he had some more
I knew it
stuff.
was something like dope. I
Yeah,
just
they
couldn't.
were good movies, and I didn't read the books, but
Yeah,
you know,
I like reading now, but I didn't when I was younger.
yeah, the Narnia, yes, the
Mhm.
Narnia movies, absolutely. They were actually quite. I thought they were pretty good. There's no denying. Uh, OG, you definitely had some good ones there. The hair looks fantastic. I mean, come on, whoa. If I had hair like that, maybe I wouldn't be wearing a hat all the time. But then again, it might have different results too. But I
My
don't
hair
have
was a
a.
lot longer, and it was just brown. So
I
thank
know that hair.
you.
So
I went
it
through a
was.
lot for this groovy because, like I said, it turned my hair legit turned orange. And she was freaking out. She's like, I've never had this happen. She had to bleach my hair a few times. She was scared to death to fry my hair. And then she had to tone it a few times. She put like probably 20 different products in my hair. But finally it did this. So, and I made it. So,
And this is why I don't dye my hair. I tried it one time and I was just like, "What'd you do?" It doesn't even look like it. OG, thank you so much for your time. And good quotes. I think a lot of people like them. You had some good ones there. Top gifter of the show during this gets to have 2 votes. Popular demand, popular vote. OG could be in the running for the title. OG, thank you for your time. If you could please
thank you.
vacate my
Everybody
box.
did good. Thank you. Do I
Up
leave?
next, yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead and hit that button so I don't have to. Otherwise, I might, fat finger it. Wouldn't want to do that. Groovy on top at the moment. Oh. This is quotes of Reddington, and I know our 5th contestant is in the comments. I saw him enter in. I didn't want to, say Marty Party's here, but I know he's here. And with that being said, we're going to bring in our 5th contestant. He's been a contestant before. I think he's might be able to. He's interested in that title. Why not? He's got a lot of titles under the belt already. Um, I got the honor of meeting Marty at Live Fest and BSing with him in his room for about an hour and a half while we were trying to get his safe fixed. That was pretty funny. I still chuckle about getting
Hi,
his
Reddington.
safe
Sorry, I was
fixed.
just eating. I just got home from work. I was just having some dinner. So
Oh, you're fine. That's why, we're running a little behind. We didn't start right at 7, so you're fine. You're fine, Marty. That's why, we're running a little behind. I was giving you plenty of time.
all
But
right.
the Live Fest rooms were certainly interesting. I think a little bit everyone had some sort of issue with a room, but
Yep.
they did get there quickly to try to address it. The keywords would be try.
Yeah.
Um, and of course, Marty eventually did get his safe fixed, but after the fact.
Yeah. By the time they fix it, I didn't need it anymore. I just needed it the first day. That was so funny when that guy came and he was trying to fix the safe. Oh my gosh, that's
He
crazy.
had batteries. He was taking the board apart. I mean,
Yeah.
I was just like, maybe it's like a plug and it's not plugged in or something, fixed. And, it was quite funny.
Thank you. Thanks, 420B. Thank you.
Well, Marty, so I think almost everyone knows you at this point in time, does anybody need, oh, Marty, feel free to introduce yourself once again. I think most people should know you by now.
Yeah, so everybody, I've been streaming on Meet Me right when the pandemic started, March 17th of 2020. I started out as a streamer, but I was a heavy gifter. Became a Black VIP within a couple days, and maintained Black VIP for 10 months until I got my top badge middle of January of 2021. And I've just been streaming ever since. And at one time, it was my full time job, just streaming. Now I work full time. I still stream several hours every day and a lot on the weekends. And for a while, I was giving tips on how to stream, doing classes. I know there are other streamers who do that as well, but that's how people got to know me when I first started on the app back in March of 2020.
Oh, I like the music in the background, to be honest with you, Jay.
Oh,
You know, Marty.
no, do you want me
No,
to turn
no,
it
I
down?
like it.
I have the music on for my cat. My mom
Yeah,
left and my cat
go ahead.
needs
I
this.
think it's
Yeah.
fine. You know,
Oh,
I like it myself. You
okay.
know. So Marty, you know, we got your experience on here, and you know,
Yeah.
you now have you know, you now do, you know, backed off a little bit of stream, but you're still putting in plenty of time.
Yeah.
And you know, we got to meet. That was a lot of fun. We've known each other on and off the app when, gosh, you know, shortly after you started. I mean,
Uh-huh.
uh, I think when we first knew each other, you had just gotten like your gifting level, like 100 or 110. And I took a screen recording of you sent the first couple of cars. That was like, you know, something like that. I sent you the DMs and a screenshot of it.
Size first couple of what cars?
Yeah, it was like a 110 gift or the 100 gift,
Oh, I
something
think
like
the
that.
level 100 gift was my Marty party gift. Can we let me turn this off? It's kind of noisy. Sorry, guys.
I like
That's
it.
okay.
So,
It was more. It got to the talking part. I guess it's like
oh,
explore music, less music, more talking. Unfortunately.
understood.
Yeah. So I got level 100 was your custom gift. I thought I met
Yes,
you in Fake Streamer stream.
yes, absolutely.
And
Good
yeah,
old fake streamer 2.0, C, and
yeah,
she's good people. My understanding, she found love and married
yeah.
one
We
of her
found love.
supporters.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep, exactly. She wound up getting married, but I remember I would call you Paddington instead of Reddington,
Addington.
and then
Yes, yes.
she'd correct me every time in my stream.
You know, for those that are new here, this is quote with Reddington. The top gifter of the string gets the cast 2 votes. This is done by popular vote. It's difficult to do. Not there isn't a way to do it on the app with you know, with a poll and multiple names. We've had them look into it. It's something they could look into. Um, well, Marty, we got to know who you are. We got to know. You got shows coming up? You don't you
Yeah,
host something?
I have this show called No Picture Carlos. I didn't do it the last couple of weeks because of Live Fest, and even yesterday, people were just coming back from Live Fest, trying to settle in.
Yep.
It was a show that NorCal helped me develop, and Emoji J has been really instrumental on it as well, doing the music, the introductions, and it's where I have 3 contestants that try to guess the mystery guest that doesn't have a picture, and it's either Carlos, Carlos Jr., or Carlos Sr., and they can only ask yes or no questions. And Carlos doesn't talk; he just does 1 knock for yes or 2 and 2 for no. It's a really simple show, but people seem to like it. Yeah.
Simple concept, but it sounds
Yeah.
interesting. Maybe one day I could be a contestant. You
Well,
know,
if you're
so
if
I
you want
would.
to be a contestant, reach out to Emoji J or to NorCal.
Oh yeah, and you know, Emoji J. If you guys don't know, he's the admin of the show as well. Emoji J is a hard-working guy as far as he will really plug a show and do a lot of work for you.
Yeah.
You know, Marty, I'm going to go ahead and silence myself. If you have some material prepared, go ahead and
Yeah,
do it.
you kind of asked me last minute today. I didn't get a chance to uh, prepare too much, but I did find one quote that I really liked, and it's one of my favorite people of all time. Big historian, very famous person as far as founding our country, Benjamin Franklin, and he came up with this quote. I saw it on the internet, and it goes like this: "Tell me and I forget. Teach me and I remember. Involve me and I learn." So I really like this because you can relate it to a lot of different things. So yeah. I remember from playing chess, from wrestling, and even from streaming. You know, it's like somebody tells you how to do something, you're not going to remember. They just tell us, you know, like when you just picture chess was my, you know, people tell you how the pieces move. You know, you're really not gonna understand. You're not gonna remember. If they're teaching you, you might remember, but are you really learning? You know, it's not unless you just play game after game. You're playing against the person who's teaching you. You know, and when you used to teach people how to play chess, that's how I would do it. I mean, I would have them involved in the game. Same thing with streaming. We want me to repeat the quote again? Yeah, it goes, tell me and I forget, teach me and I remember, involve me and I learn. And when you focus on streaming, I know that there are a lot of streamers on the app who teach you how to stream, but that's really not enough. They got to involve you in streaming. See, like if they are actually hanging out in your stream, if they involve you in their stream, that is really how you're learning. There's so much stuff, and a lot of times people come into my stream, I just tell them, do this, do this, do this, do this. They totally forget. Even when I'm teaching them, it doesn't really work. But when I did the Apprentice show, and that's something that I might bring back, NorCal wants me to do the Apprentice, where you're actually involving them in the app by having them go into certain situations, and you're working with them one-on-one. And that is really the best way, to do it. And when I got on the app, I knew Reddington, as I mentioned, from Fake Streamer's stream, and I would hang out in her stream an entire day. As long as she's on, I'd be in there. And she would involve me in her stream. She would involve me in her comments. She would work with me. I would see everything, that she was doing. And, when she would come into my stream, in the beginning, not so much, but later on, when she appreciated me more, she would come into my stream. She would actually see everything that's going on, and she would involve me, with the conversation. So that's really when you have like a good mentor, they're working with you hand in hand. They're not just teaching you stuff. That's why whenever we take classes online, it's very hard. Even when you go to school, you're taking classes. But if you have a class where you're actually basing it on practical experience, and you're sharing your day-to-day experience, with your instructor, you're working with him or her hand in hand. That's really how you learn things. So that's kind of why I just happened to stumble across this quote, and yeah, that's why I think you can really relate it to anything, whether you are the person who is trying to learn something, or the one who's trying to teach someone so they can learn. Great quote. Thank you, Groove. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I can, if someone gives me a textbook and says, hey, this is how you learn how to do it, I'm not very good at learning it that way. But if you have me actually do it with you, like,
Right.
hey, give me the tool, hey, how do you change a tire, or how do you, fix this sink, give me the tool and say, hey, do this, 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 and that, and we do it together. And that way, hey, I'm going to do that. I'll remember that more because I did the hands-on.
Right.
But reading it and interpreting it from a book has never been my strong point. I know some people can do it that way, and they're like, they hand you that online piece and like, hey, here's your online class, and just do it that way. And I'm just like, I don't know how people handled the COVID, schooling, because that was essentially what happened for a lot of people.
Right. And the difference I like about this quote is that Benjamin Franklin is differentiating between remembering and learning. Like, how many of you people had to take a test and you studied and you remembered the answers to the test so that you can pass it? Like, you remembered all the capitals of all the states, for the exam, but did you really learn it? So you just kind of have to think, because learning it would be like way down the road. You could still remember, or you could learn like how to remember things. It's like,
I always remember in school doing it like as a rhyming or like a song. They would.
Right, that's learning, exactly, because you were involved. They're involving you, coming up with a song. That's how you really learn things.
Yeah, I remember those things, like, like did it with like a beat, and that way it was easier to like implant into your head. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what they would exactly call that type of learning, but I remember that was one of the, easier remembering tools of things, if that makes sense.
No,
You
yeah,
know, the
definitely.
hands-on, and that was a pretty good quote, Marty. That was a
Oh,
good
thank
one.
you. Thank you.
And you have to also understand, everybody here that's here, it was a last minute fill-in. Jay
Yeah.
was like, let's just do it next Friday. And I was like, no, I'm determined. And
Ooh,
so
bonus.
Marty, you want to stay in the box so as you bring in our contestants and try to rotate people around so I can bring all 5 in, so we
Okay.
can get all
Go
5
ahead.
to
Okay.
enter the box. Can we get our contestants to enter the box? All right. At the moment we have,
Who's
it looks
Red
like
Bazaar?
we have, Groovy as the number 1, and
Hey,
we're going to try
OG
to our
Coco.
best to get a, cycle here and bringing people in. We're getting all of our people in here.
Hey, Vampy. Hey, OG Coco.
Okay, and Masterpiece, you're not going to be left out. I promise. We'll get a rotation. They can't have more than 5.
Hey, Fairy
But
Godmother.
don't you dare freak. Masterpiece, who led the charge.
Hey, hi, OG.
Okay. We're going to take things a little out of order here.
Okay.
Yes, Masterpiece. We're going to offer a rotation here.
Okay.
All right. So if we can have, Groovy, it looks like you will get to cast 2 votes. And now you can cast it on one person twice, or you can spread the love and see, can we begin with Master? Well, I tell you, since Masterpiece isn't in this cycle here, we're going to bring him back, right? So I want to say, Vampy went second, right? Yep. Vampy went second. So in this case, we'll say Vampy, votes for Vampy. Help her out. She had beautiful quotes. The prepared. Can we get some? I know getting everyone to stick around for the whole hour is the tough part. I will cast a vote on the Vampy at least. I get to have a vote, and I vote for Vampy. Hey, we got 2 votes. I ain't voting. Wait, you're not going to vote? I love them all. Oh, but we might.
Why do you want to be the number 1 gifter to cast 2 votes if you're not voting them?
Yeah, I won't choose. Well, we need some help from the audience here. It's an audience participation.
It's a defense move. They didn't want any. They wanted it level.
Oh, she didn't know. Oh, she didn't know that was the prize. Oh, okay.
It's bragging rights. It's bragging rights.
The prize is she gets to vote for 2 things.
You got to vote,
Ooh, Marty.
No, wait, which
No,
way? You're right.
Reddington.
Oh no, she votes for Reddington.
Well, I did give the Hunger Games quote, maybe forever in your favor. Okay, so we at least have.
Oh no, Marty.
With
no hat. Whoa, Marty.
Sophie votes for me. Okay.
See, I said Marty.
Well, hold on.
Oh, I thought she was talking about
order here. We're going out of order.
Sometimes it depends on how you look at it.
That's right. Okay. All right. So we at least have we're going to make sure everyone has a vote. That's the very minimum, So Vampy, you have at least 1 vote. Okay. Perfect. All right. That's the important thing. Fairy Godmother, you're the godmother to everyone on the app, as you had said. So do we have any votes for Fairy Godmother in her dealing with the trolls? There's got to be someone in there that, dealing with the trolls is very important. And, the sticks and stones may break my bones, and all right. So Vampy, I'm going to drop you off temporarily to see if Masterpiece is in the Masterpiece. Are you requesting the box? I got to make sure if he is requesting the box. Is he here still? Masterpiece. Is there Masterpiece? Masterpiece. Yes. Okay, Vampy, I'm going to temporarily drop you off, okay?
All right.
All right. We're going to bring in Masterpiece. Yes. I want to make sure he gets in here. So we at least have 1 vote for Vampy. I'm going to make sure everyone gets a vote at very minimum. Masterpiece, he was right here. He was the first contestant to give us some words. And he was the top gifter. And, Vampy came
How do
in.
people vote? Sophie wants to know.
Oh, you just when we get to the
Do you
name.
want to vote for Marty?
When we get to the vote, we're gonna put a put a comment in there. So we got at least one vote for Vampy. I want to make sure everyone gets a vote here because there's no reason why not everyone can. Can't.
Okay.
Everyone took time out of their busy schedule here. So I want to miss King and Mr. Quotes. She had some good ones, Huckleberry Finn, and I Want You to Be My Neighbor. Can we get Masterpiece? Now, Groovy, you missed his quotes, so I'll give you an opportunity. Do contestants count? Yes.
No, do contestants vote? So you can vote.
Absolutely. I'm a guy that allows anyone to vote.
Yeah, but everybody would vote for themselves.
No, I wasn't going to vote. Oh, no, I didn't know we could vote for ourselves. I wasn't voting for myself.
Oh, do you?
Yeah,
So
most
you
people aren't
cast
even
your vote
voting for
already?
themselves. Most people aren't even voting for themselves. I want to make that clear.
Oh, okay.
So, Masterpiece.
I
Can we
didn't hear
get
anyone
votes?
else's quote.
Yeah, I wasn't going to vote for myself.
No,
Well, that's the wonderful thing. Most people aren't. So don't be. By all means, you can spread the love. I want to make sure everyone at least gets a vote. Everyone's taking time in the busy schedule. We have votes for Masterpiece. He came in, gave us the first quotes, and for those that missed it, Masterpiece, you want to go ahead and go the rundown for those?
Sure. The first one was, as my network grows, so grows my net worth. The second one was,
interesting. Yeah.
don't just tell your dream, achieve it and show your stream. And the third one is, teamwork makes the stream work.
It's clever. They're all like
makes the stream work.
related
You
to-
made that up yourself?
And for the record, those are all copyrighted quotes.
Oh, so those are all your own
We're going to be
quotes.
putting them on merch.
myself.
Excellent,
I'll vote for Masterpiece. Sorry, Marty. You already got 2 votes.
Yeah. Okay. That was pretty good for those that. Okay. We got. That was at least what? 2
M could be for
votes?
me or it could be for Masterpiece. You have to be more. Oh, Marty.
Look, well,
No,
Artie.
she's in
Yeah,
love
we're
with
gonna do
Okay,
Masterpiece.
she was
Votes
right.
for Masterpiece, please. Votes for Masterpiece. Those that just got here. We'll say you can't vote for yourself. Spread the law.
Okay.
All right, I won't cheat and vote with my lurker either.
I approve of some action.
Your
bro,
English is
you know?
your English is perfect, Sophie. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
as I
love that,
said.
Marty.
Okay.
That's
So can we
awesome.
go once
Appreciate
again? Votes for Masterpiece. On that. We need the votes tallied right now. We need so far we got
I
Vampy
voted
with
for
1.
Masterpiece.
Fairy
Oh,
Godmother's
Fairy
got
Godmother.
1. Any other votes for Masterpiece? There was a couple people that.
King
King.
Goober. did.
Hey,
Well,
King
MP
Goober.
could be Masterpiece or Marty Party, so please spell it
So
out.
King Goober, you voted
Oh,
twice
wait,
now,
yeah.
and you didn't
Dang.
vote for me.
Oh yeah,
You're
you can only
dead.
vote once, sir. Once.
Look, y'all aren't allowed to be.
Oh.
Y'all aren't allowed to be in the same contest anymore. No,
Now,
no.
now we got 3 MPs in the room.
Masterpiece. We're doing votes for Masterpiece. 1 vote, please. 1 vote. I will at least vote for Masterpiece if we can't get anyone to vote for. Wait, Fairy Godmother, you
No, someone. Fairy Godmother voted for Masterpiece.
2 votes for Masterpiece.
Okay.
And
All right.
typical
Yeah,
voted
remember,
for.
guys, you can only vote once, please. I know this is our system. Okay. Fairy Godmother. Yes, Groovy twice. You got the rules. Okay.
I didn't
Fairy
hear
Godmother.
What's Fairy Godmother?
Fairy Godmother. Fairy Godmother. How many votes for Fairy Godmother?
What was
we
her
need
quote,
at
though?
least.
I want to hear
Hey,
it.
go ahead. She was dealing with the trolls.
Here, what's your quote, Fairy Godmother?
Pardon?
What
Be your
was you?
My quotes were, "Don't judge a person until you know their story. Sticks and stones will break my bones, but names will never hurt me." That's to do with versing.
Okay.
And then the drama, "Let It Go" from Frozen.
Definitely.
Okay. Very good.
Okay. I want to make sure everyone at least gets a vote. There's no reason not to. Everyone, Okay. Votes for Fairy Godmother, and I will allow the contestants to vote for the other contestants as long as you don't vote for yourself.
Okay. That's
All right.
Okay.
Do I do it in
So-
the comments or just say it right now?
You could say it right now if you want to vote.
Yeah, I vote for the
Or,
fairy
you know.
godmother.
Oh, that's
you vote for
sweet,
Fairy Godmother,
Coco.
okay.
Thank you.
Okay, we got at
Yeah.
least Marty. Did you say?
But I
Fairy
didn't
godmother?
hear OG Coco's vote quote either. So it's kind of hard for me to see which one I like better because I didn't hear
Okay.
all three of them.
Well,
So
how
that's
about?
what I.
Does he
That's
want me
fine.
to say him right
Could
now?
she say her quote and then I could decide
Go ahead. Go ahead.
if I
Go ahead.
buy
That's
OG
fair.
Coco's or Fairy Godmothers?
Yeah,
I should have done that before Masterpiece did his.
And
Two.
even the same thing with Vampy. Maybe we'll bring her back after
Yeah, Vampy. I didn't hear her quote.
I can go out.
Yeah, and
Masterpiece.
then we can like everything can like quote like
Yeah, 'cause
revote it.
it's hard to
quick
compare.
rundown here, real
Yeah.
quick.
Okay.
Okay.
This could even be a format in the future. That way,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's better. That's what I thought it should have been last. That's why I didn't vote on the last time because I
fine.
didn't
You
see
know,
everybody.
we're learning.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So like a recap. So I have 4, but I'll go quickly.
Okay.
So every saint has a past and every sinner has a future. That's Oscar Wilde.
I like that
I
one.
talked about them when it was my turn, but I'm gonna just read them.
Okay. Okay.
So humility is not thinking less of yourself, it's thinking of yourself less. And that's C.S. Lewis.
I
Yes,
like it.
it's deep. These are deep. I like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
So number 3 is, and thank you for the gifts. So time is a created thing. To say I don't have time is like saying I don't want to. And that's Lao Tzu. I'm gonna say his last name is Laotzu. And my last one is life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated, and that's Confucius.
Okay.
Those are good. All right,
That's good.
Masterpiece. I'm gonna drop you down for a second to bring in
I
Vampy.
never heard Vampy's
Just
quote.
let me vote
Yeah.
for Coco.
But you didn't hear Vampy's.
You got to vote for Coco.
Okay.
And now I'll
Okay.
leave.
Okay. Let
Oh,
me hear Vampy's.
okay.
And then
Oh, someone just dropped. Oh,
Oh.
it was Fairy Godmother. Okay, we're gonna bring Vampy in.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So
Vampy,
we got
what's
at least
your
one vote for Coco. Oh, and anyone else want to vote for Coco here?
Well, I may or may not. It depends on what.
He wants to
Vampy's
hear
quote is.
hers, and then
Yeah, I have to hear
That's fair.
Vampy's
That's
quote.
fair.
There we go.
Yeah, this could be a future format. You know, we're all, we're all learning what works best.
Okay.
Okay. So my first quote is, when you give joy to other people, you get joy in return. You should give a good thought to happiness that you can give out. That's by Eleanor Roosevelt.
Okay.
Okay, so my second quote is, stay away from those people who try to disperse your ambitions.